for tonight, I'm going to do for you shrimp chicken chowder. Yes, I'm going to make a hearty soup. I'm going to make a hearty soup. When I come back, I'm going to go through my ingredients. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Thank you for everyone that's been holding in with me. All right. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So I've added some flour and some butter to my Dutch oven. I'm going to get my whisk over here. And I'm just going to let this melt in. This is the roux part of the soup. And this is your binder to make sure that your soup has that thickness that you want. So that's why you started off with a roux. And I'm going to let this start melting down the butter. Or you can use oil, but I got butter in here. And it's going to start melting down, and then it's going to become a glue. And then I'm going to add in my onions and a little milk. So I'm going to use probably about 2 to 3 cups of milk. And then I'm going to let the milk and the roux cook a little bit, and then I'm going to start adding the seasoning in. So I'm just trying to combine this a little bit. Make sure this is on the fire. Just combine this a little bit. I don't want it to be like gravy, because I want it to be like a light roux. So you don't want it to get dark, like you would do gravy. So I'm just combining this, and then I'm going to let that margarine cook down a little bit, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm back. You see my roux is blended together. So I'm just going to add, I have 2 cups of milk here. And we're going to slowly whisk it in. Slowly whisk that in. And don't worry about the lumps. As long as you whisk it right away, you should be fine. Okay. And then I'm going to add the rest of the milk. Okay. I'll put this right here. And we're just going to keep whisking. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to add in 2 cups of water as well. You can add in chicken stock if you want. I don't have any, but you can add in chicken stock. And this is just to help it stretch some. Plus, I'm going to add in cream of mushroom as well. Now, my onion, I didn't chop it small on purpose because I wanted a little texture of the onions in my soup. So we're going to add this. You can saute this first if you want, but I'm doing everything the long way today. Hopefully we'll be eating sometime tonight. So I'm going to add that in. Then we're going to add in our seasonings. I'm going to add in some of the garlic powder. So I'm going to set my thing up here so y'all can see. There we go. So I can get that out of my hand. So I'm going to add in some garlic powder. Garlic powder. You want to make sure you have that garlic in there. I'm going to add in bay leaves. Probably about 1 or 2. Nice big ones. There we go. And I'm going to add some of the Goya. for a little seasoning. Also, I'm going to add in, I might add in this Parmesan cheese last. Yeah, I'm going to do the cheese last. So let the seasoning settle in here first. Get the basil. Put some basil in here. Now, anything that you don't want to put in, you don't have to. Just for a little color, just a little paprika. Just a little. Some parsley. And we're going to give this a little whisk. The onions and everything, that's going to smell so good. And I'm going to put a little more parsley in. And then we're going to add in our, I have 2 cans of corn. You can use fresh, which I normally do. Use fresh, and I'm going to add my carrots in because they take a while to do. So I'm going to rinse these off. And I'm going to put these in. You don't have to do the carrots if you don't want to, but it just adds a good flavor to the soup. And these are baby carrots, so we're just going to add these in to the soup. And our chicken is boiling. Once we get our chicken boiled, we're going to season it, and then we're going to shred it. It's going with no holes in it. Shred it, and then add it to the soup over here. So I'm going to give this a stir. And we're going to add the cheese and everything at the last minute. So I'm going to add my corn. Get my can opener. I'm going to add my corn. Let's see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to put this over here. I got to cut up these potatoes as well. And I can add that cream of mushroom to it right now so it can be really getting seasoning in. Do not add the juice of the can. Pour the juice out. There we go. There's 1 can. And drain the juice. Put this back over on the pot. Okay. And then, oh, my celery. I knew I was missing something. My celery. I gotta get my celery out, y'all. But the recipe will be in the description box for this soup. So do not fret. Okay, so I'm going to put this in 1 can of corn, because it's supposed to be mainly corn, guys. Corn. And I'm going to use 1 more. Okay, and this is going to help the soup to get thick as well. So always alter the recipe some. It's really supposed to be just corn, but I added the carrots in, And I also added the chicken. So, you know, I'm always doing something else. Now to this, I'm going to also add the cream of mushroom in here. And I'm going to just use 1 can. 1 can. One can. And this will also ante up the flavor of the soup. This soup gonna be good, y'all. Just gonna stir that in. Now I'm gonna put a lid over this so it can start cooking. The carrots and the onions and everything. I'm gonna give it a little taste to see if it needs any more salt. Yes, it does. Need some more salt. Make sure we have that salt taste in there. I'll taste that garlic. And we need some black pepper. Don't judge me, y'all. I ran out of black pepper. So I had to use the little ones that come with your meal. So you gotta have that black pepper in there. Okay, I think that's enough for right now. Then I'm gonna give this a stir. Oh, it's getting a little film on it already. So when I come back, I'll be adding my, I'm going to cut up my potatoes and add them so they can cook. And then I'll add my cheese. My cheeses, which is the Parmesan cheese and the cheddar cheese at the very last process, and the shrimp. And the chicken, I'll be adding that as well when I come back. Pick it, he did. Oh. Alright, so I'm back. I'm about to go through my ingredients. I've got some chicken thighs boiling right here, just 2. And I have large raw shrimp.
Whoops.
You got it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Wait a minute. It's recording.
I'm sorry. I accidentally zoomed in too close.
Yeah, it's recording. Alright. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, I have 1 bag of large shrimp. I have a large onion, parsley, a little paprika, cream of mushroom, black pepper, some Goya all-purpose seasoning, garlic powder, bay leaves, basil, and I'm going to put some Parmesan cheese in it, and I need the other cheese too as well. Some carrots, milk. I'm using milk. If you want to use heavy cream, you can. And I got 2 cans of corn, and I'm going to also get my cheddar cheese out that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to start chopping up my onions, get those chopped up, and then I'm going to saute them in the roux when I start my roux. So when I come back, we're going to get started on that. All right, now. So I'm back. I forgot my celery. Gotta have celery in this. So I'm just going to, I'm not going to cut it real little. I'm just going to like give it a little rough chop. I washed them off. Make sure you wash them. And my soup, I'll give you a look at the soup. It's coming along, y'all. And it's smelling good. So this is just the onions, the corn, and the carrots, and all the seasoning. And you see how when you add and cream of mushroom in here. When you add the the roux, how it's thickening. And it's going to get thicker than that. And my chicken is coming along as well. It'll be done soon where I can shred it and put it into the soup. Oh, is it? Alright, so when I come back, I'm going to add, oh, and I also have my potatoes over here that I need to cube and add to the soup. So, matter of fact, I'm not going to take a break. We're going to go ahead on and do this now. So I'm just going to chop up my celery. I'm not going to chop them small because I want texture. I want texture and taste. And when you want texture and taste, you don't chop real small. If you chop real small, you get lost in there. So I'm just chopping. And this soup is going to take probably about 2 hours or so to cook because I'm doing everything fresh. So it's going to take a while, but it'll be worth it because this soup is the bomb. I'm going to finish chopping my celery. You also can add the leaves of the celery for texture as well. I sometimes do that. Sorry guys, I didn't know y'all couldn't see me. Okay. Who likes to eat celery by itself? I do. I know some people like to put peanut butter on it. I don't know. I never done that, I don't think. This one girl I used to work with, she put peanut butter and raisins and had it as a snack every day. So I was just like, wow. Never seen it like that. Okay? So we're going to add this to the pot, the celery, and we're going to give this a stir. We don't want it to stick at the bottom. This is going to be so good, guys. And nothing like soup. Okay? And then I'm going to cut my potatoes. Cut them down the middle. Cut it in half and then cut it down the middle. And then we're just going to run the knife through it like so. I almost cut my thumb, y'all. And we're going to add those to the pot. So they can start cooking as well. One more time I show you. Just go down the middle and just cube it like that because you don't want them too small. If you do them too small, then it'll be like mashed potatoes in the soup. So you want to have some texture like that. Texture. Middle. And I'm just going to chop them big. I have 5 like medium-sized potatoes here. So you can see. Chop it down the middle again. Got 2 more potatoes to go. Well, 1 more after this. Just make sure that you chop them large to medium size. And this soup is looking good, y'all. 1 more potato, and then I'm done with the potatoes. Little. chop it like that. But when you do it like that, you have to make sure you chop it down the middle again because it'll be too little. So now, over here, putting the rest of the potatoes in the pot. And give it a nice stir. Oh, this is coming together, y'all. It's starting to look like soup. And then when we add in the cheese and the other items, oh my God. So when I come back, I will be doing the next step, which is adding the chicken and the cheese and the shrimp. All right now. Okay, I am back. So my chicken is done. All I'm going to do is just take my fork and kind of pull it apart so I can add it to this pot here with the other ingredients. I'm just going to pull it apart some. You can cut it if you want, like I'm doing, or you just take your knife or fork and just pull the meat off the bone. This is not a lot of chicken because really the main focus of the soup is the shrimp. So I didn't do a lot of chicken. But if you want, you can add more chicken if you like. So I'm just about to add the chicken to the pot. And I kind of stirred it up because it's getting thick. Huh? What's wrong?
No, look at my left it out.
Left what out?
My bill?
You left it out?
And whoever moved the cake left it out.
Oh, I did. Okay. So I just add in the chicken. Can you turn that down some?
I just sat down. Yes, I will.
All right, thank you. I'm going to add the rest of the chicken to this. And then we're going to add in our cheese and the shrimp. I got a piece that's right there that's going in. And when I can't get all the meat off the bone, I put that in there too. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. This is looking pretty good, y'all. Looking pretty good. Okay, now, the last part, I'm going to add in the cheese. I like the skin off of the chicken. Okay, we're going to add in the cheese. Well, I'm using mild cheddar. But you can use this kind of cheese you like. I'm going to add in the cheese. The whole bag. And we're going to stir this in. It's going to be so yummy. Just so yummy. Oh my God. And the soup is thick. It is really thick. And that's how you want it. Okay, I'm going to let y'all see this goodness here. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Okay. And then the last of the cheese, which is some Parmesan, I'm going to add in. You can use fresh Parmesan or you can use what I'm using. I'm just going to put majority of this in, and we're going to give it a stir. And then I'm going to add in my shrimp, and I'm going to turn this down some more because this soup is thick, y'all. I'm going to let these potatoes and all the other veggies in here finish getting done. Oh, this looks good. Look at that. I'm just going to let y'all see. Oh, my goodness. I got to give this a taste. Just a little taste, y'all. Just to see what we're working with. I'm going to add in a little more basil. Just a little bit more. And I'm going to give it a stir. And then I'm going to add in the shrimp, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to sit this down right here while I rinse off the shrimp. The star of the show. So I have my shrimp here, and I'm just going to add those in. The shrimp don't take long, y'all, so make sure you add those in very, very last minute. Okay. And we're going to get this to stir. I already turned my soup down because this stuff is so thick. Now, if you want to liquefy it a little more, you can add a little milk, which I think I am, to loosen it up just a little. And it'll be fine. I'm just going to add a little tad more milk and some parsley. A little milk, and that should do it. I'm going to add a little more parsley in. Oh my God, this looks good. Okay, I'm going to give that a stir. Oh my goodness, this is good. I did another one, y'all. Another masterpiece. If you want a Cajun, you can add some Cajun seasoning to make it spicy or whatever, but I'm not. So, I'm going to let that finish cooking, and then I'm going to come back with the final product. Alright now. Alright, y'all, my soup is ready. It's ready. I started cooking about 5 something, almost 6. It's 7:14 now. I told you it'd be about an hour or so, give and take. I want to make sure my potatoes, and I just added the shrimp and the cheese, and y'all ain't ready for this goodness. Y'all ain't ready. I ain't even making no cornbread. I'm tired. So, if you want to see more recipes like this, please hit your girl up, Joanne Sweet and Save Creations. Until next time, bye-bye.